back to study section 4 on SOS 201, Principles of Soil Science. I will be taking you through a quick tour on the topic soil aeration and temperature. All the presence or absence of air, that is the oxygen, of one of the growth factors in the soil affects plant growth. When oxygen is adequate, nutrient elements exist in the forms that plants usually absorb. When oxygen is deficient in soil, toxic substances that adversely affect plant growth are formed. So plants also have the optimum ranges of temperature for best performances. So at the end of this study section, you should be able to define soil aeration, oxidation, reduction, potential, and the net radiation. Also be able to distinguish the conditions that affect soil air composition. Also, you should be able to describe the nutrient transformation in both aerobic and anaerobic soils. And also, you should be able to distinguish practical application of redox potential reactions in agriculture. And lastly, you should be able to distinguish the effects of soil temperature on plant growth and those factors that help to moderate soil temperature. Let's talk about this learning outcome one after the other. Status of soil air. There must be interchange of gases between plant roots air and soil atmosphere if the plant is to survive. Similarly, there must be adequate interchange of gases between the soil orbiting the plant's roots and free atmosphere above it. This interchange of gases is necessary from the respiration of higher plants and the decomposition of incorporated organic materials by soil microorganisms. In these soil respiratory activities, oxygen, which is being represented as O2, is used up, while carbon dioxide, CO2, is given off. Therefore, soil aeration is the process of gas exchange in the soil that ensures oxygen sufficiency and prevents carbon dioxide toxicity. A soil in a given situation has a given potential. That is, the chemical elements in the soil are at any point in time in a certain oxidation and reduction state depending on the level of soil aeration. In well-aerated soils, the chemical elements are usually in oxidized forms. For example, in waterlogged and poorly aerated soils, the reduced form of ferric iron, Fe3+, nitrates, NO3-, and sulfates, SO4-, elements are found. So oxidation potential is a measure of tendency for an oxidation reaction to occur. On the other hand, reduction potential is a measure of the tendency for reduction reaction to occur. The oxidation reduction or redox potential, which is being represented by EH, indicates the oxidation and reduction states of a chemical systems in the soil. So the redox provides a measure of the tendency of a system to reduce or oxidize chemicals, and it is being measured in volts or millivolts. Oxidation can also be defined as a gain or increase in positive valence, while reduction is a decrease in positive valency. Oxidation reduction reactions involve the transfer of electrons between oxidized and reduced species. An oxidizing agent will accept electrons easily, and reducing agents easily can donate electrons. Oxygen gas, which is O2, is a strong oxidizing agent, while hydrogen, H2, is a strong reducing agent in the formation of water molecule. Conditions that affect soil composition. Organic matter and biological activity in soil. In the tropical soil, organic matter and biological activity in the tropical soils. There is a rapid evolution of carbon dioxide, the CO2, by the highly active biological population, especially soil microorganisms, which decompose organic matter at fast rates. So this trend affects the concentration of both oxygen, the O2, and carbon dioxide, CO2, in the soil air. So microbial decomposition of organic residues accounts for the major portion of carbon dioxide, CO2, involved. So during the process of respiration and decomposition, oxygen is used up while carbon dioxide is evolved. Other important biological activity that influence soil air composition are respiration by higher plants and the continuous contribution of their roots to the soil biomass. Soil type and soil depth. Carbon dioxide increases with the soil depth while oxygen decreases with the depth with the heavier soils, which are becoming more deficient than lighter textured soil in the subsoil layers. Soil moisture and temperature required. Marked seasonal variation in the composition of soil air could be attributed to soil moisture and temperature differences. So high soil moisture, especially during rainy season, usually results in low oxygen and high carbon dioxide levels in the soil air. During the dry season, there is more circulation of the air in the soil and O2 levels are usually higher than that of carbon dioxide. So application of manure. The rate of carbon dioxide production could be increased through the application of farmyard manure, especially when the soil is wet and the rate of dilution of oxygen, O2, and carbon dioxide, CO2, slows down. Green manuring, especially from the fairly succulent crops such as Glyceridia species, could increase the carbon dioxide content of soil air, and this could lead to poor germination of seeds too soon after a green manure crop has been plowed in. The composition of soil air affects the activities of soil microorganisms, nutrient availability to plants, respiration and nutrient uptake of crops. Aerobic soil microorganisms absorb free oxygen through the very efficient cytochrome oxidase enzyme system. So this aerobic activity continues in the soil when the oxygen concentration is not less than between 3 to 6 times 10 raised to power 6 meter. So the redox potential, which is being represented as EH of most soil under aerobic situation and under the pH range 4 to 7, prevalent in most agricultural soils, lies between 0.5 and 0.8 volts. Some biochemical transformation that proceeds in well-aerated soil. Under aerobic soil condition, there is usually an initial decomposition of organic matter by heterotrophic microbes, whereby organic carbon serves as electron donor and oxygen O2 serves as electron acceptor. In order to achieve maximum seed germination and growth, soil temperatures must be at its optimum. Crops have different optimum temperature for germination and growth. For example, wheat and peas have 4 to 100 degrees Celsius. Corn has 10 to 29 degrees Celsius, while potatoes have 16 to 21 degrees Celsius of temperature. Sorghum and millet have 27 degrees Celsius of temperature, and cabbage and spinach have 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. Influence of soil temperature on seedling emergency and growth emanates largely from its influence on the physical, biological, and chemical processes going on in the soil. So decomposition of organic matter, processes going on in the soil. Decomposition of organic matter, therefore, release of plant nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur has the most favorable temperature limits of 27 to 32 degrees Celsius. I'm urging you to kindly read more in your study materials. I hope you've learned one or two things from this video section which make us to come to an end of this study section. Join me for the next study section and thank you for listening.